Hello everybody and welcome to another card evaluation. This time we're talking about Thun Servant from the Whispers of the Old God expansion. So this card has been revealed today when the video is released. It is a neutral minion, common, a 4/2 for 4 mana that has Divine Shield, that is very unique for a 4-drop. And it has the battle cry effect that it gives your Thun +2/+2 wherever it is. So this battle cry effect is well known from the Beckoner of Evil. Everybody has heard about it for now, I hope. And yeah, guys, this card is interesting. I just looked up cards that we now have that are 4-drops that it has to compete with. And I have to say, just saying that this card could attack twice would mean that it has attack damage of 8 against 1 minion, and this would mean that it by now can trade with every single minion that is a 4-drop by now, even with a piloted shredder. Because let's just say the enemy gets out the piloted shredder, then you attack the piloted shredder, your Divine Shield pops out, and let's say the piloted shredder from your enemy gets Millhouse Mana Storm, that is a 4/4. That's just toast. And so Thun Servant is a good minion according to this calculation. But to calculate this completely, which I will do right now for you, we have to do it differently. First of all, we have to see if Thun Servant passes the vanilla test, which means we just look at only the attack and HP. This is for 2 for 4 mana. Average would be 4/5 for 4 mana. And so the vanilla test isn't passed. So just according to the stats, we have to say, okay, Thun Servant, goodbye, you are a bad card. But that's not the deal. The deal is that this card has Divine Shield. I said earlier before that this is very unique because I just looked it up and right now there is no 4-drop that has a Divine Shield. We have, for example, a 1-drop that has Divine Shield. We have a 2-drop that has Divine Shield that will be faded away in the standard mode. There's also a 3-drop that has Divine Shield. I'm talking about Argent Squire, I'm talking about Shielded Minibot, and I'm talking about Scarlet Crusader. But there is no 4-drop, not for Paladin, not for anyone else, that has Divine Shield. So Thun Servant just fits the Divine Shield curve, you could say. That's interesting, but is it good? In Arena, definitely. Definitely. This is a must-have for Arena. The good thing is it is common, so it is very possible and very likely that you get this card out in Arena. The fact is, or the question is it a good card? Is it a valuable card that we can play in competitive? I will do some calculations for you now. The numbers are from the following site, www.ali.net. I will give you the link in the comment below, where you can see that. And yeah, I will just calculate that for you. Normally you have 0.57 costs of mana for 1 point of attack. This would mean that we right now say we multiply 4 times 0.57, and to that we add 2 times the mana value for our durability, not for our durability, for our health, which is 0.4 times 2. So we have 4 times 0.57 plus 2 times 0.4. Just according to this, the card is worth less than 4 mana, but in addition to this we calculate the Divine Shield, and the Divine Shield is worth 1.4 mana. just according to this, and not the gift yield Thun +2/+2, we just get that out of the calculation. This card has a value of, or should have costs of 4.48 mana, and it is just costing us 4 mana, so it is undervalued, and this means that this card is super great for us, because we're just having value of +0.48 mana by playing this card. That means the Thun Servant is a really high, not really super high, but it is a high value card. As I said, I didn't even calculate out the battle cry effect, and this would be an addition to this. So even if I would say, okay, just give you Thun +2/+2 is only worth half point of a mana, which I think it is a little bit more, would mean this card would be worth 4 mana crystals, and it's just costing you 4. So just according to the numbers, this card is super great. So let's see, for example, what happens if your enemy wants to deal with it. So let's say Druid wants to deal with. It's a bit tricky for him, because okay, you can ref the card, and yeah, so you pop out the Divine Shield. Yeah. Then you have to see that you use Hero Power and pop out the Divine Shield, and then use Ref. Or Ref and then use Living Roots. Or, that is even more likely, you have turn 4 and you want to play Piloted Shredder by now, for example. Or you want to play Keeper of the Grove. But the problem is that Keeper of the Grove, yeah, of course, it can pop out the Divine Shield, even either by silencing the servant, or by dealing damage to it. But that just pops out the Divine Shield and not kill it, and that's the problem. This makes the Thun Servant sticky. If it would be a 4/1, this card would be bad in my opinion, because it is more likely for a Druid to say, okay, I pop out the Divine Shield and then I swipe something, and then the Thun Servant dies with it. Mage would just say, hey, I double ping it, or what else? Rogue would say, I just attack it and then Blade Flurry. Also not going to work if Blade Flurry is only been used on a one attack weapon. You have to play different things. So just the fact that this card is 4/2 and not 4/1 makes it such a strong card, such a competitive card. And I would say if this card would be 4/3, it would be totally unfair. 4/1 would be totally bad, but 4/2 is just okay. It's just okay. It ensures that this card is able to be played in a Thun deck, and you don't have to be angry about your 4-drop like, oh my god, I have to play the Thun Servant, it's a bad card, but it buffs my Thun, so I have to play it. No, you want to say, I can play the Thun Servant, and even if you are not playing in a if you are not playing a Thun deck, you can play the Thun Servant because it is a value card. That makes it good. Like for example, we all know Piloted Shredder fades away. We all know there will be not too many good neutral options for 4-drops. Of course, there are some, and there will also be some more in this expansion, but yeah, come on, Piloted Shredder was the 4-drop, the king of the 4-drops, and not able in standard, guys. So yeah, the Thun Servant is, I wouldn't say it is our new Piloted Shredder, but it is a card that has good value, and so it should be able to be played no matter if it is a mid-range, a control, Yeah, no matter if it's a mid-range or a control deck. I don't know if it's good in aggro decks, because it's a 4 drop in aggro decks. Usually you only want 1 to 3 drops in your classic aggro deck. But yeah, why not? I mean, the problem for aggro decks is that the Thun Servant has no charge, and yeah, usually you want charge for a 4 mana drop. Like, for example, the old Leroy Jenkins, or you want to have Argent Horse Rider, Anima Golem. Yeah, so thumbs up for the Thun Servant. It's a card that is worth being played, and it gets even more value if you're playing a Thun deck. And if you're not playing a Thun deck, oh my god, the enemy will be angry, and yeah, what angry about or salty about having to deal with the Divine Shield and the 2 HP when not wanting to receive the damage from it. Yeah, and you can play this as a bluff when you don't play Thun. Okay guys, that's it for this video. I hope you liked the evaluation. I really want to help, to entertain, and to, yeah, just to be part of the community here. If you liked the video, remember to subscribe and just watch my other card evaluation videos or some other videos from my channel. Have a nice day everybody, and yeah, play for fun and have fun. Bye!